Hi, hello, good morning. This is Nirmala Devi, working as an assistant professor from MCA department, MITS deemed to be university at Andhra Pradesh. Now I'm going to discuss about the concept called MapReduce. So first, I should explain what is MapReduce. Actually, it is one of the programming model. Okay, so it is one kind of a programming model, and this mainly used for your software framework for using your large kind of data set, and it should be used in parallel and distributed algorithms in cluster based computers. So it is a one kind of a programming model only. So if you have a large kind of data set, with the help of the data set, it may be split your data into according to that size, then it will execute, it will compile, at last it will produce the output. Mainly it will be used in Apache Hadoop, and it is one of the open source framework in big data processing. So mainly this MapReduce is have two different kind of stages. One is MapReduce stage, another one is reduce stage. So then what is mean by MapReduce stage? So usually what will be happening, no? MapReduce, it will take your input data. After taking that data, it will take it process, then it will transform, and it will make it into key value pairs. That is the value we have to do in first stage, map stage. Then what we will do in second stage, that is called reduce stage. So whatever we are making it key value pairs, that it will be aggregated and produce the final result. So these are the main stage. It will be there in MapReduce concept. So why we want to use your MapReduce? Main thing is, if you have simple data, that is not a problem. So whatever we can execute in simple work only. But if your data is to be complicated data and more scientific data, na, that time your MapReduce will help you simplify our task. That is the main role of your MapReduce. So it simplifies your task for writing a large scale data analysis, and the main role, it will break down your complex problem into a smaller portion, and it will be executed in parallel manner. Okay, so then it is your data is to be large volume of data stored in distributed systems. And here in MapReduce, what file system we are following now? Hadoop distributed file system we are going to follow to store our execute our data. Okay, so this is the main thing, and this MapReduce is to be more efficient, and it is a scalable one for data processing. Look on this example. We have a one processor to analyze the huge file. So that file may be terabyte or petabyte of your data. For example, if that huge file, it will take for 10 hours. Now we want to implement your MapReduce concept here. Instead of taking for that 10 hours, that huge file, it may be split into 10 different kind of task, and that task will be feed it into parallel system. So within with that parallel system, so 10 tasks I'm going to assign for 10 different kind of processor. So all works will be complete in within that 1 hour or 30 minutes based on that. So instead of taking for 10 hours, I'm going to complete that huge file into 1 hour. So that is the main work for using for your MapReduce concept. Then that data is to be aggregated from your distributed model, and it will produce the result. Look on this example, how your MapReduce function will be work. So your MapReduce function will be included some key concepts, that is splitting, mapping, shuffling, reducing. At last we have to produce a result. So these are the fundamental steps will be there in your MapReduce concept. Let me see first thing what it will be happening. First we have a input, that data we can say it is the raw data. It is a huge data that have entire informations. Now what I am going to do, so I have to split it in the data based on that some features. like row wise or column wise. I have to split the data. After splitting the data, what I'm going to do, I have to map it. How many words is to be repeating? So that data I have to map it. So after mapping that, now I have to shuffle it. So shuffle it, it is make one kind of a classification. So we have to make it in common group for all the features. Here in this example, we have a feature called beer, deer, car. So we have and a river. We have a different kind of data will be there. Now in shuffling field, what I'm going to do? So how many in each mapping? How many beer is there? How many car is there? How many deer is there? And how many river is there? So along with key value pair will be functioning here. Then I have to reduce that. That means I have to simplify my input to output. Now I have to count how many river is there, how many deer is there, how many car is there. So I have to, at this stage, I have to simplify my input to getting my output. At last, I have to get my result. Total classifications, I will get it in simplified manner. So this is the way our MapReduce function will work. So let me detail the discussion about how your each step will be functioning. Very first stage I said input. Okay, so input, it will accept your input data. That data I said raw data, maybe it is structured data or it may be unstructured data. Okay, so whatever data we can use it, we have to store it in HDFS file system, that is Hadoop distributed file system. We are going to using for storing our raw data. Then splitting. So this data is to be splitted into smaller blocks, or we can say it as the chunks. So this is to be distributed to Mapler concept. So what is the main work of your MapReduce? We have to assign your all data into a mapper for efficient load balancing concept. Workload balancing we are going to maintaining into splitting data. Then what we will do in mapping concept? After mapping that mapper, in each node we have a function process. It will take your data, it receive it, and it will convert into key value pair. So we have a concept called key value pair. So whatever the value is there, based on that, the key is to be arranged. Likewise, we have to map it, like how many river is there, what is the value of that, how many deer is there, how many beer is there. Likewise, we need to map index value, we need to map it. Then we have to use it. All this works will be done within your Hadoop framework only. So based on your total data volume, so each mapper will be execute for this concept. Another concept is reduce concept. Now we have to reduce function. We have to introduce the reduce function to process your key value pair, to emit your mapping functions. Here, while you are mapping all the things, we have to include your merging concept, tabular concept, and you have to perform your lot of operations based on the data depending on the process what we required. Okay, after that, now what be done? So in that resulting concept, we have to included all the informations, and we have to classified how many data is to be how many times. So based on that, we arranged the key value pass. Everything we have to done it. Now our last stage is resultant stage, that is output stage. Here each reducer, so it will produce the result that should be done with the HDFS file system, or in other data stores we can use it. So now we have a more benefit will be there for MapReduce. It will simplify our task. We can save our time. So more complex data very easily, very quickly we can resolve it. So it will be used in for data analysis. Like that we have a number of advantages is to be there. And look on here where we are going to using your MapReduce concept. That is use cases of your MapReduce. First one is we have to use it in data integration. Whatever data is to be there, that will be integrated in with the help of your MapReduce, and mainly it will be using for your image processing concept. Like this image processing concept is to be more important in your current field. Okay, we have different kind of your images will be there. So based on that, we have a collective images will be there. That all collective images we have to classified with the help of your image processing concept with your Hadoop Reduce. Then we have to take it for your log analysis. How many of them entered? How many of them exit? How many persons per second wise, hour wise, how they are log in, log off. So the entire informations we have to segregate in your log analysis, and it will be useful in machine learning, and it will do for your sentimental analysis. So here in sentimental analysis, your MapReduce concept will be more important for sentimental analysis. Another is tabulations and your text mining. Okay, so these are the main ways your MapReduce concept will be useful. Okay, I am going to end with my session. So if you have any doubt regarding your MapReduce concept, kindly post your queries. I given in form. So if you have any queries, you want to ask any doubts, you can make query into that Google form. We can rectify that issues. Thank you.